Hey guys, what's up? It's me, AZODi, and I want to ask you what makes Bomb by AleXa so explosive. It is the badass energy of the song, the heavy electronic production. They cross over musical worlds by implementing interesting scales and hooks and instrumentation from other parts of the world. All wrapped up with amazing dance routine and a futuristic cyberpunk MV. Big shout out to my patron Kpop who requested this song. AleXa, or Alex Christine, competed in Soompi's Rising Legends, where nearly 1 million fan votes determined her the winner. Shortly after being signed to ZB label or Zany Bros, she beat thousands of other contestants and was one of the 96 chosen to participate in Mnet's Produce 48. If you want to know a bit more about her, check out the video ZB made, the story of AleXa, and I'll put a link in the description box below for you. Bomb was written by Alexander Carlson, Alex Edge Viktorovich, John Forklid, and Gabriel Brandes. It feels very girl crush, the music has attitude, the lyrics are very empowering, and when you watch the MV it has an amazing choreography, but she also looks confident and looks really in charge. I often find, and this isn't just going off K-pop, but this is with film, television and video games too, if the aesthetic of the visual is presented to you as futuristic or cyberpunk, more than likely the music to accompany this image is going to be electronic with supporting organic instrumentation. We tend to associate future with electronic production, and this has been going since, well, I think the 80s. One really good example is the classic Blade Runner movie, or if you watch the modern nostalgic twist of Stranger Things, the soundtrack is very synth and electronic based with some supporting elements that have come from organic instruments. And this song Bomb is no exception to that rule. One really good subtle example is the use of castanets. Castanets are mainly used in the traditional Spanish musical form flamenco. I'm just going to play you the A chorus and have a listen to the castanets, this kind of clicky percussion that fills the slight gap. We gon' drop it like a All these choices made by the writing team, whether it's production or songwriting, are all contributing to the overriding picture of the song, to convey that cool, edgy emotion that you get when you hear this song, but also to create something truly original and innovative as a songwriter or producer. Do you hear when you listen to the chorus, the riff sounds reminiscent of something you would hear or associate with the Middle East? That's because it's using an edited form of the Phrygian scale. And that's the scale that gives you that Middle Eastern association or flavor to the song. So I did a bit of research, and the reason I say it's an edited Phrygian scale is it's not exactly the same, and it has one note that jumps out of that scale. Sometimes it's better to go off your gut and what feels good as opposed to something that's meant to work on paper. The use of this scale adds a very interesting flavor and dynamic to the production and song. In the A chorus, the riff is played. Then when it moves to the B chorus, the riff drops an octave lower. And not only does it drop an octave lower, the vocal imitates the riff, and they actually work together in unison. Two reasons why they did this. If they kept that riff at the same range, it would interfere with the lead vocal. They would be battling for sonic space and actually create a sense of confusion and loss of clarity when it came to the mix. The human ear will struggle to focus on one thing, and if you've got two melodies around the same frequency range playing different notes, it's going to sound very confusing and messy. And two, melodies and hooks generally will stick in your head easier if they are sung by a voice as opposed to just the instrument by itself. So, what makes Bomb by AleXa so explosive? It's that cool, badass energy and emotion that the song conveys. The fact that they cross musical worlds by implementing interesting scales and percussion from all over the globe, with an incredible dance routine, lyrics, and a futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic for the MV. Big shout out to all my Patreons who supported this channel. If you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button, and if you want to make your own K-pop analysis requests, support this channel on Patreon.